Hey guys, it's BEN94z here again today, and I'm back again with another tutorial. I thought as I was going to make my own logo into 3D for like a music video, you know, like a 3D visualizer, I had to make a 3D logo of my own to add to the scene of the tutorial that I was doing. So I thought I may as well show you folks how to do a 3D logo in Blender. So you want to find your reference logo of your own logo or someone else's logo if you're going to be doing this for someone else, and you want to open up Blender. You can stick with the default cube if you desire. I'm going to delete it because with my logo, press N, it starts with a circle shape. So press A to close these little things down as well. Let's select the tick box on background images. Go to wherever your image is located and open that up. And next thing you want to do is jump into the right view in the orthographic mode. So press R5 on the keypad to toggle orthographic or perspective. Now we want to sort of nudge the reference into the right spot. Alright, let's sort of, okay, that's probably a 2.5 and that's a 1.15? No, 1.0. Yeah, there you go. Now your logo could be completely different, but as for my logo, it is actually symmetrical. So one side of the face is exactly the same as the other. So I only have to do half as much of the work today, which is really good news to me. Anyways, let's begin. As I said, my first shape will be a circle. So let's go ahead and add a circle, rotated on the X by 90, so it's facing towards us. And now it's gonna be like a little bit of push and pull here with getting a PNG into, or a JPEG into a 3D object. So depending on your resolution of your reference image, it's gonna be kind of hard to get things exact. My own advice would be don't worry about it too much. Just get it to however you think is good. Just get it to where you're happy. All right. So because my object is symmetrical, as I said, I'm gonna delete 1/2 of this object or mesh. Sorry. And I'm going to add the mirror modifier here under the modifiers. And I may as well select clipping and reset my 3D cursor, with the left click. Let's create, we want to also make a face on that by pressing F with all the vertices selected. Now let's go add mesh circle. See the vertices here. You can increase that to however much you want, but I think it will be okay if I have the smooth shader on with 32. Let's see, actually. AW shade smooth. Yeah, alright, you can tell. I'm gonna start again. View, front view. Let's go Shift C to reset the 3D cursor. Let's box select these two useless objects and delete them. Get those out of the way. Shift A, add, circle. Let's go 6. All right, it's set to 64. Rotate X 90. Press R and then X on the keyboard to do that. That seems alright. Let's delete 1/2 again. Sorry to repeat myself here. Delete 1/2. I just wanted that nice and smooth. Add the modifier, the mirror modifier. Let's put clipping on. And okay, create the face with the F key and the vertices on the edge selected, or you can go Alt R to select an edge loop with the right mouse. It looks like, wait, front? Okay. Looks like we need to create a second circle again. Let's go rotate X 90 and scale this by 0.6, as I can remember when I was in GIMP. It was about that. Go. And now let's create this into a face again by going into edit mode, by pressing tab and pressing F on the keyboard to create a face. Now we can see the damn faces. And okay, this object and this object are separate objects. So what we want to do is select this one first, and then select that one, and go Control J. Sorry, opposite way around. The small object first, and then the mirror object next, and then press Control J, and that should join those two, so we don't have to shift everything twice. And now, because we're in edit mode, should have been in edit mode when I added that, sorry. But now that I'm in edit mode, I don't have to do that again. So go Shift A and press, click plane, rotate the X again by 90, turn off the clipping, of course, and scale the X by 1. No, scale the X by 0.2. Rotate the Y by 45. That's fairly on point. As I said, you can push and pull all day, but eventually you're gonna have to find a point where you're happy. Okay, so now my next thing would be joining these two together. And how I'm going to do that right now is by pressing K, which is the knife tool. So let's knife, make sure you're nice and zoomed into, Shift on the keyboard and middle click to pan around like so with the knife. And you want to find that little indication that it's on the right sort of, I want it right between these two. I might have to fix that up later because it doesn't seem to be snapping. Let's go enter after that, and we can delete these little unnecessary vertices here, and we can also delete this edge. Let's go back into vertex. But we lost the vertice from deleting that edge, so don't delete the edge. Let's just delete these vertices. Delete vertices. Looks like that face got deleted with, so I'm recreating that face by selecting the 4 vertices and pressing F to face, make a face. Stupid face. Anyways, let's repeat the same thing again. Connive, delete these unnecessary vertices. And delete these. Is my face there? No, it deleted itself again. Bummer. Let's recreate that face. Okay, let's see how that looks. Looks alright. It's not too bad. What we want to do under the transform thing over here is go under shading /UVs and click under normals recalculate to make sure none of your faces are facing the wrong way. So I've got my first little shape. I might as well go back into the front view and make the little face in the middle as well, because I'm still in mirror mode. I can reselect clipping, or I'll probably be toggling this along. It may be easier for me to use like something like a cookie cutter, where like I just sort of take out the face with other objects, but I just don't feel that confident in doing something like that, because I'm feeling fairly positive what's going to happen is this mesh with the circle is going to go crazy with the the Boolean tool. You can also use the Boolean, you can use the Boolean tool to add things or subtract from the mesh in 3D, so like a cookie cutter. I may as well give that a go, actually. Now that I'm talking about it, I may as well give it a go. First of all, I may as well just add a plane, rotate it 90, scale it by 0.05. Okay, that's close enough. However I wanted it. Is this, wait, they're the same objects, so don't stress. I might have to make this a separate object. I should have done that in object mode. Sorry, did it again. Silly me. And that seems to be fairly on point. Once again, doesn't have to be exact. I mean, might as well add an edge loop in the middle just to be safe. I could do it like that, but I think I prefer this way. Extrude with E, get it to that midpoint, get this somewhere reasonable. Because this is just a logo and I'll be only heading to like a PNG or a JPEG or something. Sorry, it's actually going to video for me in my case, but anyways, I'm not going to be following my normal modeling methods where I don't deal with triangles. So triangles are welcome. Yeah. I never used to fit in till now. Alrighty. Is that flat? Does that look flat to you guys? Okay, the face hasn't been created. So go into edge mode, select those two, you're gonna need to select those two, F on the keyboard, create the face, make sure the damn thing's normals are right. Okay, there you go. We've got the eyes, and I may as well just test this out on the eyes first, but first of all, I'm gonna select this object, make sure you're in object mode, click apply, and we're gonna add another modifier, and that's the decimate. No, sorry, the Boolean tool. And I'll be selecting, actually I may as well delete this circle because I don't think it's used. What? Delete. And okay, I'll name that eye just so you guys get the drift. And I'll apply that as well, the mirror modifier on that. not intersect, but difference. Try union. You can try out these 3 different ones and see which one each one does, but I think difference would be the appropriate one for the cookie cutter method. And click apply. Let's move that. Ah, didn't work. Let's try that again. Difference, no. Intersect, no. Difference. Maybe I am applying the modifier to the wrong object. Let me see. Let's try apply the boolean to the eyes. Intersect. Ugh. No, I'm a difference. Apply. See. What's going on? Alright, sorry, I'm getting frustrated here because it's not really working at all. And it should be. And I don't know what's going on. Let's try again, shall we? So select this, go under the modifier. Wait, I may as well make this into a proper cookie. Extrude the Y, select all, recalculate, make sure it's right. Let's try again. Select the main shape, add a modifier, boolean, intersect the eye, no, difference, sorry, with the eye. And I think it worked that time because it was a plane meeting a plane. There's no real intersection going on there. It was just flush. So that would be my guess as why it's working now. So we can now delete these eyes. Oops, sorry. After applying this, sorry. And we can delete the eyes and check it out. Ooh, look at the scary eyes. And front. It seems alright. I probably should have added more detail in the eye, but I figured it's going to be shaded smooth, so it's not really that noticeable, is it? I'm pretty happy with the eyes. I can always update this later, so anyways, let's do that again. Let's go Shift C to add the 3D cursor to the center of the scene. And this seems to be like a kind of square shape anyways, so scale 0.3. Pressing Control to if you want it to jump by a blend unit on an axis, just press Control while shifting, while moving, sorry. And I'll hide this and this with N and T. Go into edit mode, let's do object, and we'll just scale, oops, sorry, may as well just go box, select the bottom there, and wireframe. Bring that nice and close, box select the top, bring that nice and close, and this is another cookie piece. Trying to figure out the best way of doing this. Extrude with the E key and then press X key along X axis. That's nice. I want that to be a smooth curve, unlike this one. So there might be a few edge loops here. And I might as well only create half like the rest of the... My first modifier will be the mirror. And I may as well turn on clipping, bash those two together. And let's go. So I'll create this first tooth because it seems to be the easiest part to do first. And you can add as many edge loops as you want now because you're creating something that isn't for a game. It's more so for film and you know, just general visuals and stuff, unless you really want this in your game or something like that. Anyways, so really what I want here is to take out all the white. So I'm sort of just sectioning it at the moment, and as soon as I see any white in this object, I'll be taking it away or off. I can get these a little bit closer to where I desire. Because this is it's sort of just incrementing up, I may as well just do a bunch of edge loops like so. Bunch of edge loops. Alright, catch my drift? So as I said, I don't want any sort of white, so we're just going to box select the bottom and move it accordingly with the reference. Bump. Keep in mind this is the cookie object, so we'll be deleting this after. Oops. B to box select, and I just use the mouse, or you can press G, Z to grab it up like so. Oops, just for nice. Maybe this would create a nicer cut from the cookie cutter or whatever. So yeah, we want to remove the white, but also make sure the edge loops are all put in the right spots to remove the white. Sorry, and because that's a straight face, I can just select all these straight parts of the tooth. I just go scale S on the keyboard and press Z. 0, and that just levels the whole thing out. This looks like it's sort of on an angle, so I may as well just like follow what I've done here with my image. Okay, so we can box select faces, box select faces, and go delete faces. Make sure you delete faces. And now we've got our cookie bit, but first of all, we're just gonna go into edge mode. We're gonna create these bits to make sure that it cuts nice and smooth. 1, 2, 3, face, 2, 3, oops, 3, F for face, wireframe, Alt, Alt right click to selected edge loop and press F for face. And oops, sorry, I'm gonna do this bottom bit as well. Facey face, facey face, facey face, facey face, face face. That was easier than I expected. A, and press T, and we'll recalculate the normals again. And this cube object, we'll make sure that's named properly cookie 2. So delete the first one. And add a modifier, add a boolean, select cookie 2, and select difference. And then go apply. You can play with the overlap threshold, but I think it should be okay like that. After clicking apply, we'll delete the cookie. Wait, did it? Did it work? This happened last time, hang on. Add modifier, boolean, cookie, difference. Apply. What's going on? Not good. Oh, sorry. We didn't apply the mirror to this cookie object. My mistake. We'll go boolean again and go to cookie 2 and make sure it's difference and go apply once again. And what's going on? Oh my goodness. That should just work. Alright, sorry. I think what happened there was I tried to apply 2 booleans and then it screwed up the mesh, so I went way back by pressing Ctrl-Alt-Z and make sure this mirror is applied to the cookie. Frick, I'm so sorry I had to do this 3 times. Boolean, difference, cookie, frickin' apply this time. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna crack it. I'm gonna crack it. Blender 2017. Alright, it appears as though this is not together. So I'm sort of breaking down why this isn't working. So these are both empty. The mirror is being applied to this silly object that hasn't it hasn't bounded properly. Gonna delete those faces. As you can see, there's a lot of loose faces that shouldn't really be there at all. And I'm gonna delete the other half here. Sorry, make sure you box when doing something like that. Box select mode with Z. Alright, so we had a bit of loose connected vertices. I don't know why they're suddenly connected now. That's strange. Anyways, E to extrude on the Y. Let's go into face mode and see if... Okay, now that's an edge loop for some reason. Let's recalculate that again. Does it still work? It still works. I don't know why. Anyways, sometimes these sorts of things happen where you gotta break down your issues that you have and, you know, work it out. Let's go back to the boolean. Let's select the cookie 2 and make sure it's the difference. Go apply. And hopefully when I delete this, nope, not at all. Gonna hide that and try and figure out why this isn't working properly. I may as well just delete one side and I don't need these bits. I can deal with having a few n-gons. Front. And I just sort of like want to make sure this bounds all correctly. Otherwise the cookie cutter is not going to work at all. And I put all that effort into making the teeth and the mouth, so I'm trying to make this work. Please bear with me. Let's reapply and mirror with clipping, apply, sorry, edit, apply. Let's now try the boolean again. Alt H to view the boolean. Cookie 2 difference. Hey, it's working now. See where perseverance can get you. Oops, sorry. Apply that. Now delete the cookie object. Woohoo! We've got the main part down, and it's looking great. It's honestly looking really nice. I'm pretty happy with that. As I said, you can have as many n-gons as you want for something like this, unless you're using it for some other thing like a game where you've got to have minimal sorts of polys or correct topology, otherwise your game engine or the engine you're using isn't going to render these faces properly. But anyways, that's another story. I can go ahead, delete all these useless vertices. I may as well just go delete, oops, sorry, deselect that one, delete vertices. Anyways, you're not gonna see them. I can clean that up as much as I want, but there would be no use because it doesn't really affect the final render, I'm pretty sure. Let's see, let's add a little lamp to see what, oh yeah, it's already looking pretty shiny anyways. I'll delete that lamp, it's probably in the wrong spot. And I'll add these little arms as the last little plane bit. So let's go there, Shift A, mesh, plane, rotate X 90, scale the X by 0.2, I think. Nope. Scale X2, scale X 1.2. Oops, sorry. Scale X 1.2. Seems right. Alright, I'm just gonna bump that up like so. Nice and in between the blurry bits. Yep, and I can just merge these at center by clicking Alt M after selecting the two vertices, and drag that to the right point. It's pretty close. Now what I can do is select the small object we're adding on, and then sorry, actually I'll just mirror this like so. Mirror. Yep. It might be easier if I just duplicate the object, Shift D, and go into cursor mode, 3D cursor, and go scale X -1. So now we've got these two, but let's go right click these bits and the main bit, go Control J, tab into edit mode, and recalculate the normals once again. Doesn't seem right. One of these seems to be flipped, so we'll go flip direction A, recalculate. That's fine. Okay. Now we've got this whole sort of object. When you're at this stage, I'd recommend saving, because this is the shape that you want to play with. This is your main logo's shape, the main shape of your logo. File, save as, I'm gonna name my BEN94z logo 3D. My caps lock is on. Okay, so select your object. You see how this is the thing, like sometimes an image will like be compressed through the internet or something, and then before you know it, it's not even the original thing. So this was uneven, even though I'm pretty sure all the shapes were even when I created it in GIMP. Anyways, I can now disregard my reference image and toggle that off. I can go into, just gonna set that back to the medium point. Now let's select all the mesh and go extrude on the Y. Ooh. Did you see what happened there? Okay, let's go back to shade flat. And let's go extrude Y. And you notice how these little faces and that are showing. So let's go into the top view for a second. Top. And let's go Control Tab, face mode, Z for wireframe, B to box select. Make sure you get them little bits in the middle. Box select all those, press W, shade smooth. Now you've got a smooth shaded mesh looking nice in 3D. If you're happy with that, then use that, but I'm gonna actually go further here. You could be in the top view for that, but let's go scale Y and sort of get that really nice and close to the edge. And I mean, that sort of gives it that fine edge. I mean, is that here as well? No, it wasn't here. So we want to do that on the inside of the mouth too. Oops. Might be easier to see in wireframe. So scroll the wheel up on the mouse. Let's create two. Go back to top. And try and get it as close as possible to the first little edge line that we did. So scale the Y again. Doesn't have to be exact, because what we're going to do from here is go into the wireframe and try and select these two little main bits there. Scale Y 0, which will make that nice and flush between the two. Not that you'd really notice that much, but some people might. Scale Y 0. It's just good to have things exact. And we repeat the same thing for these damn tries. I should have done it all together, but now I just realized. Going to wireframe. Allow ourselves some room. B to box select again. Just between the two. And scale Y 0. B box select. Scale Y 0. And voila, you have your 3D logo. You can also add text in Blender and, you know, convert that to you can convert the text to a mesh somehow, and yeah, if that's what you're into, and but I'll be just doing that in like Photoshop or GIMP or something else if I need text. I won't be using text for my logo, but you can definitely add your own 3D text in Blender as well and convert that into a mesh. So if you want some beveled edges, kind of like this, delete. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyways, I can add another edge loop there and see how that looks. A little bit sharper. There's no real difference. There it is. Anyways, if you can see it. Go. Just trying to keep everything consistent. And I mean, I can go L and L, shade these smooth, and then just select these bits really flat. W flat. Yeah. And that's my logo. I mean, let me bring up the reference again. I hope yours worked out, and if you have any problems, just leave a comment below. Yeah. The next thing you want to do after something like this, I'm not doing it because I'm sort of setting up a separate scene. So you're gonna have to create your own scene to your own fancy. This was just a modeling tutorial. Anyways, guys, I hope you really enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope it really helps someone who wants to, you know, create their own business, or, you know, upload this to something like, what was it called? It was called Sketchfab. Sketchfab.com. If you honestly just want this object to just appear somewhere in 3D where someone online can, you know, pan around and look at your 3D object. Freaking drone's making sound. Quiet, drone. So you can visit this website and join for free and upload a model. You can check out you can check out people's models. I already have my own account, so there would be no reason for me to sign up again. But you can also embed your 3D models on your own website, like I did with my website. So you can embed your object after uploading it to Sketchfab, and what you'll have is, you know, your models viewable. So yeah, when you're in Blender, you want to go File, Export, FBX. That should work for something like Sketchfab. I'm not sure what the range of Sketchfab, like the amount of files they support in 3D, if you know what I'm saying. They should have a wide variety of supported 3D files, but FBX is pretty standard. So I'm just gonna put that on my desktop like so. I can close this now and go upload. Maybe it's on my Chrome browser. Oops. Let's go sketch. Anyways, guys, just go to Sketchfab, upload it. It'll be there. Am I logged in? Okay, I can upload this now. FPS had a list of all the. I'm just thinking music lately. Come on. Upload already. Alrighty guys, let's wrap this up. Thanks once again for watching this tutorial, and I hope I really helped someone out. Be sure to like and subscribe, do whatever you gotta do, share this with a friend if necessary. Thanks once again.